Hello everybody, my name is Ray, and welcome to this kind of build going through that I'm doing with you guys. I built this home based on a picture from Pinterest. If I can find it, I'll put it up on screen. Either way, this will be on the gallery for you to download. I wanted to do something that was kind of time appropriate for my Ultimate Decades Challenge save, and I made this home for this witchy sim, who we will see more about later. Her name is Amelia Waters, and she is someone who will be kind of involved within our Ultimate Decades Challenge family. But this is her little home and business. There's a little outhouse out here, which I think is really cute. But as you can see from the sign out front, her home is basically kind of like a winery once we get into it. When you first walk in, you will see this kind of wine area. I'm going to get a little taller, so I'm kind of like Sims. There's this cute little thing here. I forgot to color the walls in here, but that's okay. I will do that before it goes in the gallery. I'll probably just copy this wooden floor at the bottom. I found this in Debug. I thought it was really cute, and there's some like dust in there. But there's a cute rug, and here are some of the bottles. And down there are some like message bottles from, I believe it is the Wedding Stories pack. And one of them is for betrayal. One of them is a kind of lovelorn message bottle, so make do with that as you will. Back here we have some mystical winery glasses. The moon, I believe, is for werewolves. The plasma one is for vampires, and this one is for spellcasters specifically. And if I didn't mention it before, Amelia is a spellcaster. You'll see me using these lights, and I like to imagine that maybe they'd come to life once like magic is used on them and they start crawling up the walls. I think that's really cool. As we get back here, there's a little crate and we head into a restroom area. I thought this tiling was kind of cute. It's something different. This is the toilet that is, let me see. I believe it's base game, but it's one of the wooden toilets. And this little marble thing here on top of this basket is to cover up some of the more mechanical looking parts. There are nails in there. This is just to make it as close to downloadable as possible. If it were me, I would just make all of this CC. And I will download or upload a CC version and a non-CC version. So this is the non-CC version I'm showing you today. I'll just change some appliances out. We have this cute little window. There is a spider web up here. Another little light, and there's some little toiletries over here. And this is kind of Amelia's private restroom. Like, she wouldn't let guests be in here, which is why they have an outhouse out back. As we exit, we're gonna head over this way, and there's a curtain leading to upstairs, which we'll get to in a minute. And here is the kitchen. There's an outdoor exit, and behind these little vines and all these little curtains is a little dining room. We have Amelia. We have a little wine area and some letters she needs to read. There's some pictures that we have here. I chose silver because it matches these details towards the top. We have some lovely windows and this kind of crystal ball thing that she doesn't use all too often. She mostly stays in this area, which is a little cauldron and kitchen area. There's some potions. There is this owl thing from Cats and Dogs. And I kind of just like how it's usable. There's a counter. There were 2 counters. There should be 2 counters, I should specify. So let me see if it's just glitching. It is, I think. Curious. Interesting. Yeah, so that first counter does glitch away when I do go down. Well, when you do go up a floor, it seems to glitch away, but there is 2 counters. This one's completely empty for you to use. There's a cute little pantry for people to use. I don't know what's floating there, but it's okay. We're gonna ignore it. There's some little herbs and some things for her to use. There's little mortar and pestle, and I just like the way it looks. In here, I used a bunch of debug stuff. Another bottle, a few like tomes and things. But yeah, I think this is like a cute little kitchen. As we exit the kitchen and dining room area, so next is we're gonna go up the stairs. I'm going to try and zoom us out. And up here we have one of the beautiful glass windows that I love. up here is a little space for her. This is her bedroom. I got these pictures off the gallery. If I can find the creator, which I will do so, I will have them on screen now. But this is basically CC work that was painted by a sim, so it's not considered CC. It's considered like base game, which I thought was really cool. I just wanted more things in here, the stuff that I didn't really have. As we enter her bedroom, we get to like a little cozy space for her. I like to think that she does a little bit of astrology, and I believe I put a telescope out here. I'm gonna have to double check, but if not, I will be putting one in. We have her wand down here. We have a little magical book, and I use some of the business and the hobby stuff for some items here. There's a little diffuser. She has all her stuff here because she didn't really expect to be sent back in time when a spell went wrong. And now she's kind of stuck, and she found these suitcases. Well, she had them on her person, and they were like in this little space that she made. As a spellcaster, I would imagine you could store stuff similar to how you have an inventory. So maybe she'd have her suitcases in her inventory because she was always someone who had to be traveling around places. Because Amelia isn't like other Sims necessarily. She's someone who is very powerful with magic, but also someone who gets really overtaken by her emotions. And so her spells often dictate that, which is why some things have gotten terribly wrong. And this is why the Ultimate Decades Challenge Sims, the Spanners specifically, why their whole life has been turned out upside down. It's kind of Amelia's fault. As you can see, I consider her to be asexual. I saw this in base game. I thought it was really cute. And maybe that was kind of what started the issues between her and Joaquin, because they kind of have a history together, and he's very family oriented and she is not. As we head into this room, this is kind of a storage room, so there's not much in here, but I thought it was really cute. You could use it for your own save if you wanted to maybe make this for another sim. You can add a bassinet in here, or maybe an infant space. I think a bassinet would probably fit though. And then over here we have some garden, like plant items, and we have an easel. I like to think that she paints all of her items over here, but she also just paints normally. And so she's doing a bunch of different things. I like to think that she has these bowls that she makes and she weaves them together and then she paints them. But oftentimes you will see her like just mixing paint on this easel, and this little box here is her little paint storage area. And she just does a bunch of different things in order to sell a bunch of things for her business. I could do more with stuff up here, but I just haven't. So as we head back down the stairs, we're going to go through this room again, and we're going to go through this outdoor area. I have these cute little stairs. They're a little shiny, but I thought they were cute. And as we head over this way, you can see there's a little juice making area. I have a CC version of this where it looks less technologically, it looks more natural, I should say. But this is her little area to make nectar. She has a shed for her llama, and this is a little sundial that I believe came with werewolves. There's a little fire pit, there's the telescope, and a cute little pond that I thought was really sweet. If I go into live mode, hopefully we get to see some things. Yeah, there's some dragonflies. So you can go fishing in here. And there should be some frogs popping up on the lily pads. Maybe. We'll have to see. And if not, that's okay. Back here is her little garden. And I'd like to think that Amelia is very much a gardener, and so Joaquin has a type where he likes gardeners. He likes ladies who are very, I'm not going to say nature-driven, but very outdoorsy, very happy with being kind of creators. And he likes to see people who are just very creative and very like close with nature. So she has a bunch of plants. These are like tomatoes and I think potatoes. This is a plasma tree, of course. We have this tree, I forget what it is. It might be apples. And then we have, this is the valerian root. This is the spellcaster stuff. And this is the werewolf flower. And I put these little rocks here because I thought, oh, it's cute. It's in the rocks already, and so you add some more rocks to it because it needs to be in a gravelly area. And she uses magic to keep all these magical plants alive, I would like to think. But yeah, this is little Amelia's area. There's her little llama. And here she is just roasting some marshmallows. She's loving this life, loving this kind of natural life and all these different things that have changed. And I don't think she really realizes that her choices have affected the Spanners, and I don't really know if she cares. This is the build overall. Let me know what you guys think. And I will do some more building within the medieval style within my Ultimate Decades Challenge series because I do want to add more places to go. Even though the challenge technically says that you're supposed to only be in one world, I feel like when you get so many side households, you kind of need them to branch out to different worlds. And of course, that will not mean I will not be taking any creator houses. Like if you have an Ultimate Decades Challenge house that you're interested to show within the channel, I would be like, yes, please. Uh, Maybe see if you can put it on the gallery under the UDC tag, hashtag UDC. I'll look there, or under the Ultimate Decades tag. And I'll just be looking for more lots to put in just different areas. This right here, I put it in Glimmerbrook. I believe that's the world. It's the Spellcaster world, that's what I called it. I know it's not built within the style of that, but I do love this style regardless of where it's built, and I don't think it looks too off-putting here. You guys let me know what you think though. And I hope you all enjoy. And now that we're done with that, let's get towards a little bit of storytelling for this video, because it is a little spooky, it is a little Halloween. And so I'm just gonna get you to the Spanners since they have a little bit more to tell for their story.